Burnside is a boot only Red Wing could build, the result of 113 years of proven expertise, superior craftsmanship, and raw passion hand-stitched together with skill, heart, and soul. Made in Red Wing by people made in Red Wing. Without a doubt, it's one of the finest work boots in the legendary hard-working history of the Red Wing Shoe Company. And because it's from Red Wing, you can be sure it's going to be one of the finest work boots anyone has ever built. Which is why the Burnside is more than just a boot. It's our handcrafted, triple-stitched tribute to the American worker.
Today I'm going to clean, oil, and waterproof these Red Wing 4443 boots, size 14H in case you're wondering. These boots are made in the USA. Now these boots are in oiled leather, which means you use boot oil on them and not a polish. So we'll be doing that. One of the features of these boots is they've got this rubber tip on the front end, okay, which helps me a lot because I scuff up my toe area a lot. So these boots are about 2 years old. I've worn them almost daily. Okay. Great boots, very comfortable. So we're going to try to clean them up. We're going to start off using the Red Wing foam leather cleaner. I don't know what makes this so special. It just looks like a mild form of soap to me. But we'll try it. So here, I'm going to clean off the boot with the Red Wing cleaner, soap, detergent, whatever they want to call it. And we'll see what happens on the other side. So I've just used the Red Wing foam leather cleaner on this boot. I haven't done this one yet. But the cleaner basically just gets rid of dirt and mud and crud and stuff like that you have on the boot. All the loose dirts and mud and crud is off. But this one, you can still see on this boot, we've got a little bit of crud and stuff here. So we're gonna do the foam leather cleaner on this boot next. So I just cleaned, washed off, sponged off these boots with this Red Wing foam leather cleaner. Now, one thing, if you watch the Red Wing cleaning commercials or stuff online, they make it look like 1, 2, 3. It's easy to clean, condition, and protect your boots like instantaneously. But after washing your boots, you have to let them dry, probably for at least an hour or so, depending on your environment. If you're outside in the sun, they may break you quickly, but it just says leave them to dry naturally. So what I'm trying to say is cleaning and protecting your boots is not a fast process. It takes a while. It takes several hours. For me, it usually takes 2 or 3 hours to do a pair of boots. So one thing about Red Wing that kind of drives me nuts is they'll often rename products or reformulate or whatever. Okay, I've caught them doing that. I've been using Red Wing products for over 20 years, and I've seen them change the names of a lot of products. Now, there may be some differences in these, okay, but I was using this original boot oil, and now they've got all natural boot oil, okay, which is the blend of pine pitch and mink oil, which is great stuff, okay, but as far as I know, that's basically what the original boot oil is the mix of the pitch and the mink oil. I could be wrong because they don't list the contents for the original boot oil anymore. This is great stuff, okay? If you can get this pine pitch and mink oil, get this, okay? And I don't know what goes through Red Wing's head when they rename products. So this boot is now dried after being washed or cleaned, and I'm going to apply the boot oil. There's the boot oil. And you're going to apply a pretty good coating over the whole boot and let it sink in. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to apply the oil and to the boots here and come back at you. So I just applied the boot oil to this boot. This boot has not been oiled yet, so you can see the difference. This is an oil boot, and this leather has not been oiled. Well, it was oiled. About a year ago I last oiled it, and you can see when the leather starts turning light like this, okay, you know it's time to re-oil your boots and recondition them, okay, because they'll be a healthy dark shade, okay, when the oil is there, and when the oil is gone and worn up, they'll turn lighter like this. So I'm going to oil this boot now and come back at you in a minute. So I just applied the boot oil to these boots, okay, and you have to work it in. You really have to work it into the leather and let the leather absorb the oil and get in or recondition the leather. See the leather after it's been oiled. Okay, there's no dry spots. I mean, spots that have not been oiled and you worked it in and got it into the tongue area, okay, because this helps with your waterproofing. These are waterproof boots, okay. The oil helps, and our final step here, we're going to cover them with a wax, okay. But once you apply the oil, you have to give them a couple hours to dry, or for the oil to absorb into the leather, and then we'll basically wax these boots. So here's some Red Wing wax products, the final coating on the boot, okay. This is the oldest can I have, all natural boot paste, which, if you could read the print there, it's pine pitch, mink oil, and beeswax. This is great stuff, okay. But then they renamed it, okay. They renamed it to all natural leather conditioner, which, if you look at the ingredients, pine pitch, mink oil, and beeswax. Again, great stuff, okay. So if you can get this stuff, get it. get it and use it. Okay, but then they went to this natural seal, okay, which is a paraffin wax, okay, instead of a beeswax. So this is the older beeswax formula for your boots, and this is the newer paraffin, or like a candle wax formula. You know, it's still a wax, okay. It's white. I'm not a chemist, I don't know what's better, but I do know this beeswax formula with the mink oil and pine pitch works great. It's an old-time formula. As far as I'm concerned, you can't beat this. Okay, I've used this. Okay, it works, but I'm not sure on a comparison which is better. If I can, I'll buy and use this. Okay, but lately Red Wing has been selling this natural seal paste. Okay, but if you can find the all-natural leather conditioner, this is preferred. The boot oil is dried and soaking into the boots here. That took a couple hours. Okay, it took a couple hours for the boot oil to sink in, kind of dry up, and get into the boots where we can wax this. Okay, so we're going to apply the wax now. I've applied the Red Wing boot wax to this boot. You can see there's some excess there that will work up in a bit. There's no wax on this boot yet, so this boot has been waxed, and I'm going to do this boot next, and then I'm going to come back and do the final finishing buffing out of the wax after I do this boot. So we're ready for the final step here in cleaning, oiling, and waxing these boots. I've got my wax brush here, and I'm going to buff out the wax. Well, not really buff it out, but work it into the boot and buff it up and remove any excess wax, like you can see some here, okay, from the boot. And yeah, we got one, we got two. So we're gonna brush out the wax on these boots and come back at you. Well, the boots are done. They were cleaned, oiled, and waxed, and I just relaced them up. Okay, at this point, let these boots sit for at least 24 hours. I have multiple pairs of Red Wing boots, so I can let a pair set or sit while the products are working themselves in, setting up, conditioning the leather. Okay, and the wax is hardening and stuff like that. So basically, now you don't want to use these boots for the next 24 to 48 hours or so while stuff sets up. Now this is Red Wing's latest thing they call Leather Protector, which is a spray-on whatever. I mean, it's a proprietary spray. They just want you to mist the boots to protect them. Basically, supposedly, this protector like replaces the wax. I haven't used it, but I'll tell you the truth, I really have a hard time believing that spraying on a little mist is going to provide the same protection as a good layer of wax. Okay, maybe it does. I have to try it, but yeah, Red Wing Leather Protector. their latest thing, and they just say, ding, ding, put a little mist on, and your boot's good to go. I don't have a clue if that's true. So we just cleaned, oiled, and waxed the Red Wing 4443 boots. They are a heavy-duty boot, waterproof, got a toe protector. They're a good boot. Yep, my little water test to see the wax is there, water is beating up. I don't want to pour the whole cup of water on the boots, but that's basically what you want to see. You don't want to see the water soaking into the leather. You want to see it beating up and just sitting on top there, waiting for you to wipe it off or something.
You know, a diamond doesn't come from tenderness. No. It comes from pressure, heat, work. And the more that diamond's worked, the harder it is. Heck, the longer it lasts. But it ain't just work that makes it last. It needs a gentle touch, love, admiration, care. They say, if you love something, set it free. Well, I don't know about that. Should be, if you love something, put it to the test and see if it lasts. Tough love. Red Wing.